Hi. What we're going to talk about today is the use of food in our trainings in terms of some of the technical stuff regarding bait bags and what types of food and the delivery of the food. So the first thing is I use a bait bag that has a wire opening, and it's kind of cool because it snaps closed and it snaps open, and then that way when you're moving around your bait won't fall out all over the place when you're using it. The other thing that I do is I will take a Ziploc bag and I'll put the treats inside of a Ziploc bag because this is a meat product. I'm using lamb here, Natural Balance. I don't want it to be in my bait bag and then cause some problems with the bait bag being dirty. If you did use this and you just stuck it inside the bait bag, you want to make sure that you rinse it out afterwards and then let it dry out. That way you don't have any problems with dogs getting sick from a meat product. So these are real nice. They clip on real easily, and you want it to be on the side that you're going to deliver the reward on, which is my left side. And what I end up doing is I want to make sure that I have a piece of food that I can deliver to the dog that's big enough that the dog feels like he got something, but is not so big that it takes too long for the dog to chew it. So a size here is about the size of maybe a small dice. And then when you give the delivery of the reward to the dog, you'll see how quickly she can consume it and be ready to go again. So it's a couple little bites and then boom, she's ready to go. So let's talk a little bit about the way you want to deliver it so that your fingers don't get bitten. And what you do is you're going to take whatever little treat that you have, and I use a soft treat because again then they don't choke on something that might be hard, and I use a soft, these are Natural Balance treats, and I just cut them up. And I want to put it so that it's in between my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger. So I have this little cube and it stays in there nice and easy, real easy for the delivery. And then as soon as I want to give it to the dog, I open up and I release it from my thumb. And the nice part about this is it's not on the tips like this, where the dog goes to get it and then ends up by accident biting your fingertips. This way you can actually control the dog's nose here. So I can control her moving, and now she can push her nose into the treat and into my hand without me actually getting bitten. And then when I want to give her the treat, then I simply just release it, and then she gets the treat. Let me show that to you again, and you'll see how easy this is. It takes a little bit of practice to get the treat in between the index finger and the thumb, and you just squish it in there. And now when I go to give it to the dog, she's going to push up against my fingertips here, but she won't end up biting my fingers. And then when I want to give her the reward, I simply release, and then she gets the reward. From another angle here, the reward's here. I simply get her here, I release, and give her the reward. So I'll show it to you from a couple different angles. So there I have the treat in my hand. I have her nose right here, and then I open it, and I release, and she gets the reward. This again will take a little bit of time, but now I can actually get myself into a position where I'm having her practice right here next to me, and then I release and I reward her, so I'm rewarding her with the delivery of my treat without fear of getting nipped. And then I open my hand up to give her the reward. And I can move her and manipulate her in different positions. So if I want to get her here and then sitting, I'll just use that, yes. And then I'll manipulate her body, having the treat here so it's luring. And then if I want to get her to sit, I bring this up like a little, and then as she sits down, yes, and then I deliver the reward. So again, if I want to get her moving, I've got the reward right in front of her nose, that gets her going forward. And then if I want to get her to sit, I lure her up, yes, into a sit. And then when I say yes, after I say yes, I open, let it open my hand up, and then she gets the treat. Good girl. I can always keep a couple of extra ones in a bait hand over here if I'm in an area, in a grass area where I'm not worried she's going to get away. And then I load my hand up here, take one, load it up, use her nose, she follows it. I want to get her into a sit, yes, and then I open my hand up. Versus if I have my fingers here and she goes for it, she's going to get my fingers and it's not her fault. I put the thing here and she goes to get it. Now she could actually nip my fingers. So if you have a soft dog, it's not as bad. But you get a dog that's real nippy and real bitey and mouthy, it can really hurt, and they can draw blood. So I have it here again, in this position here, so that my thumb can simply open up and deliver the reward. It opens up and delivers the reward. So here, again, it's right here, and as soon as I want to give it to her, yes, I open my hand, she gets the reward. I hope that helps. Little tips of the day to help you with your food delivery, what type of food to use, and maybe what type of the container to keep it in. Have a great day. Go out and have some fun practicing with your pup. She'll love you for it.